Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. Today we're looking at the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael action figure by Playmate Toys. And this is one of the designs I mentioned that I was so iffy about. I'm still kind of iffy about it. It's growing on me a little bit, but it's still so radically different. Now, like I mentioned in the last video, all the turtles have been redesigned into different classes of turtles. So Raphael here is now a snapping turtle, which yes, it does kind of match his personality, which is pretty cool. In the show, he's not bad. Actually, he's pretty cool in the show too. So yeah, one other thing I didn't mention is that with the redesigns, they all do kind of get new weapons. I'm saying kind of because it's not completely accurate to say that their weapons are completely different. Leonardo still uses a sword, but instead of two swords, he uses one. Raphael here is now using two batons. I believe that's what they are, instead of his two sais, which kind of sucks. I like those weapons, but I get what they're going with. And yeah, so anyways, this figure does come with a few accessories. It comes with 3 of those ninja throwing stars, which I don't have 3 sitting on the table because I don't know where the third one went. But basically all the turtles come with the ninja stars, so not a big deal there. Comes with the 2 regular batons that look wooden and stuff, which they're detailed alright. And 2 glowing fist ones with batons on them, which are actually really cool and really nice. And yeah, so again, ninja stars. I'm not actually going to show these that well because I've already done it in the other review, and they're all right. They're nothing super impressive, but they're not horrible either. The regular, it's a baton, right? Right. Yeah, the regular ones are like rubbery. Mine's a little bit curved, but it's not a big deal. It does have like these little straps going around it. Not really much paint, but he does come with 2 of them, and he does have a place to holster them on his belt right there. So if you wanted to, you can have them right there, which is cool. They do fit on fine. The pieces they clip onto are rubber, so don't be too worried about it breaking off or anything, which is kind of a bonus because if it was plastic, it'd probably get worn eventually and break a lot faster than the rubber would. The 2 glowing ones, or lit up ones, they're really nice. Honestly, you can see right there they do have an opening for his hands to fit in. They do fit onto his hands really good. The thumbs are detailed on it really nice. The weapons are held on really nice. I like these a lot. And they do just, again, slide in there. You can just hold that there. And there you go. You can bend the elbow, put the elbow out. They're cool. I actually really like this effect right here. A lot better than Leonardo's glowing sword. This is probably, out of the 4 turtles, why did I say 4? Out of the 4 turtles, he probably has the best one, because they literally are just gloves that go over his hand, yet they look like his hand. I mean, you can kind of see his fingers in there, but it's cool. It's awesome. I actually really love it, and it doesn't really hinder the articulation, so they're really nice. But for the rest of the review, let's just put that to the side here and focus on Raphael himself, who, again, like I said, redesigned. His shell is very different. He is slightly, I want to say slightly bigger. He is a lot bigger, but it's not like a big, massive difference. He is wider, he is taller. We'll see in the comparison with Leonardo later, and then, in the other videos with the other turtles. But he is the biggest out of all of them, which is cool. And, yeah, his back shell, you can see here, is kind of, well, very different. It's very spiky, very, very, again, different. I guess I'm just going to repeat myself all video. It does have a little bit of red on the shell right there, all the legal information on the back of the strap here. His belt is cool. He does have one of these little green things, again, kind of like Leonardo did, a little patch right there on the shell, which is kind of weird, but it's alright. Straps on the hands that aren't really painted that great. They're really glossy as opposed to the ones painted on the legs, which they're painted over the molded green plastic, so it's not the best paint job, but they're not as glossy as the ones on the hand. Red straps on the upper thighs, and then spiky elbow pads. And he does have the same kind of new design of knees, where they're behind the leg thing instead of being kind of straight. But for him, they work a lot better. His feet are pretty much even to the ground, and he's hefty. I wouldn't say he's heavy, but he's definitely has some weight to him compared to the other figures, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so articulation-wise, head movement isn't as good as Leo's. He can't really look up that much. Can't really look up or down. He can look left and right, which is cool. His bandana part does come down here, and it is like a full head thing. It's not just the mask. He does have his teeth showing, which are painted pretty nice. Does have a little bit of spike stuff going on the shoulders here. Arm can go up that high. Can rotate forward that much and rotate back that much. Actually, all the way around, but it does come out. I was going to move this to kind of like give it some room, but you can see it doesn't really need it. So arm-wise, not bad. Single jointed elbow that does move in and out, and rotation at the wrist. Again, none of these turtles ever have waist rotation or anything, which I wish they would incorporate somehow. I think that would be nice. You can kick up that high because the shell does get in the way. You can kick back that much because the shell really gets in the way. You can turn the joint here because it is that system of legs, and his foot goes up that much because his body shell shape there does, again, kind of get in the way. Rotation over there. A single jointed knee that does that much. Little bit of rotation. It's a little tough, but there is rotation at the knee. And rotation at the foot, and up and back on the foot. No ankle pivot, which, again, I mean, I'm not expecting it, especially since Leo didn't have it. But I do like him. He's a lot more balanced. And I think that's mostly because of how much bigger his body is. His feet are definitely a lot easier to kind of get on the ground. His articulation could be a little bit better. I wish the head moved just a little bit more. But he is a bigger, bulkier figure, so it's not bad for what it is. You can definitely get him into some nice poses. And redesign-wise, again, it's growing on me. It's not my favorite version of Raph by far, but it is still cool nonetheless. And I don't really have much else to say here, so let's just move on to some size comparisons and wrap this video up. For your basic action figure comparison, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and an SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God Goku. Again, just like the rest of the line, it doesn't fit in, but I do want like a reference point for you guys. So here he is compared to his comic book self and his last series self. You can see he is bigger than both of them, although just barely compared to the comic book version of himself. The old version, he's definitely way bigger, way different compared to both of these. And yeah, he stands out. He definitely stands out of all the Raphaels because, well, he's not the same kind of design. He's not the same kind of turtle, but it's not a bad thing. And yeah, here's compared to, I believe the series is the Redeco series, but I'm not 100% sure. And you can see that, again, way different, a little bit bigger. This is actually still one of my favorite series of Ninja Turtles figures, period. I don't know, I like the kind of look. It almost reminds me of the 90s, but it's not exactly quite there. And it does have that little gritty feel, which I really like. So I like this one, but again, this one is definitely growing on me a little bit. And here he is compared to his movie self and the NECA video game version of himself, which I said 90s in the last clip. I meant 80s, even though it did end in the 90s. But this is still going to be my favorite design by far, unless I ever get the Figuarts, and whenever the NECA ones, I get those, which I'm still super excited for. But in the meantime, it's not bad, actually. Like I said, it is growing on me. I like the different tone in the green that he has, but definitely one of my favorite designs will always be this one, and I cannot wait for the NECA version of this one. And lastly, here he is compared to the Origami Ninja and the Leonardo action figure. You can see he is bigger and a lot larger than Leonardo by far. Very different designs. The greens are definitely different tones, and I like it. I do like the differences between them. Again, it's growing on me. It's still not my favorite design, but it's not bad at all. Foot Ninja is still taller and would be a lot taller if he could stand up straight and have better articulation. It still annoys me. that figure still annoys me. Even getting it to stand just for this shot was annoying. But there you guys go. These figures so far, and look forward to the other comparisons in the next videos. So overall, he's not a bad figure. And like I said, it is growing on me, the design. I do like them being kind of different. It's different. It's new. And I'm on board with it for now. I mean, eventually I wouldn't mind like a new version of the Turtle Show where we get kind of the simpler classic kind of thing going on. But for now, it's pretty cool to get a different version of Raphael that's still pretty awesome. I do miss the size, and I wish he had those, you know, as well as these weapons, but I know it's how it is on the show, so it is what we're getting. The effects are really awesome. The detail on him is actually really good. I do love, you know, how we're not getting the same turtle twice. We're not getting the same parts twice, which I don't think they've been doing that for a while, but still, it is nice to be reassured that they're not doing that. The articulation on the turtles are still awesome. Again, the bad guys, or at least the Foot Ninja, not so much. We'll see about the other bad guys eventually. But for now, great figure. Definitely recommend it. And don't really have any much else to say here other than hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.